this time. Like it should be their turn now. You know what I mean? And I am
Oh
guilty of
man.
that. I am guilty of that mindset, dude. But I'm trying to remove that because it's not productive in the long run, and it's just not. You shouldn't hold people accountable like that because people got their own life. They have their own problems, and like there's gonna be times where they will get you back too. You know, like it shouldn't be a back and forth. Like, okay, I did this and that and that. Now it's their turn to do something.
Hmm.
Like, even that was even a core problem I had in my personal relationships, like my romantic relationships. I had that trait where I would keep tally of things. Like, I did this and that. Why is my girl not doing this and that? Now it's her turn to do something, and that's very toxic. It's very toxic and it's not productive for anyone. It's like what the true issue is communication. The true cause of that is communication. Because think about it. If you feel a certain way because of another person, instead of waiting on them to do something about it to make you feel better or expecting them to do something, and if they don't do it, what does that make you feel at the end of the day? You just feel shittier and mad at them. You're
For sure.
angry because you're like, why is this person not doing something for me? It should be
I
their
lost
turn to do
connection for a
something. It's
second.
their turn to like fucking right. But how you should approach it is, hey, I just want to talk to you. I've noticed that, hey, like I've done this and that, and like this is how I currently feel about the situation.
Hope that's the right
Like,
one.
hey, just be honest with them. Have that dialogue, open dialogue, that conversation with them to let them know, hey, I feel this way because of this. Because once that is communicated, you guys can figure out where you guys are at and why it's like that. And like that is the core piece of like building a better and stronger relationship and understanding each other better, right? And I am so guilty of that trait, like keeping track and keeping tally on people. Even to this day, I still struggle with that, and I'm being honest with you guys. Like I'm gonna be vulnerable, dude. I still have that issue where I feel like I've done something for someone, and I feel like they owe me something back. It shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't think like that. It's a bad
Oh, I see what you're
mindset.
saying.
You know, you feel like people owe you because you did something for them. You know, but you shouldn't be looking at things like that. If it's a toxic relationship, that's a different like situation. But like, I'm just talking about normal relationships, normal connections that are not toxic. Um, don't look at people like they owe you something. Um, you need to, if something is off or you're feeling a certain way, communicate that with them. Let them know on the spot. Don't let it just fucking hang there in the air, hoping that they would fucking notice it one day or like pick it out. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes people would never notice it. You gotta talk to them. That's the only way. You gotta communicate and if they care about you, if they're understanding, they're like, oh, okay, I get where you're coming from. I can see why you would feel that way. Let's what can we do?
Hmm.
How can we make this better? That is the dialogue that needs to be had. That is what should be happening with them. What can we do to make this better? Something like that.
Hmm.
Shit.
Hmm.
It's funny. I actually watched a Dr. K video early this morning, and he gave me a piece of advice that helped me out. I learned something new too. You guys know when, and it's part of communication, so it relates. I can just add on.
Really? Sorry, guys. I lost connection for
Yep.
a second.
All
If you
good.
guys don't know who Dr. K is, he's a streamer on Twitch. And he's known for. He doesn't say that he was like professionally like being a psychiatrist or like a fucking counselor to people, but that's basically what he does. He just he doesn't use it technically, so people can't sue him and shit. He's just listening to them. But like a good piece of advice that I've learned this morning when I was watching his stream, I randomly just went in. He was talking about, okay, let's say you have a partner, right? And I've had this problem in the past actually with partners. Someone is not happy with their body, right? Their body, their image of their body and their own and themselves, right? When a girl is like, your girl might be like, hey, I don't like the way I look. What's most people's automatic response to that? You guys know? it is usually, no, babe, you look great. No, I don't like. I think you're
No,
beautiful.
babe,
Like,
you look great.
You reinforce something in their mind that they don't believe themselves, but you just say it because obviously you're trying to like show them that you care and that what they're saying is not true. In your own eyes, in your own head, you might generally not. You might generally believe it's not true. Like you might think your girl's fucking beautiful, right? But in their mind, it is their core issue. It's their it's how they see themselves, and you can't brute force it into their head like, hey, you're not. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It won't break through because to them, in their eyes, in their head, they don't see themselves that way. You can't just magically make it go away by saying, "But babe,
Right, dolls.
you're beautiful. Trust me. I think you're very pretty." All this shit. They're still like they'll hear you, but it's not for most people. It won't help them feel better because they truly do think they're ugly or like they see their body and their image of themselves a certain way. So this is the thing with communication. It adds on to what I was saying earlier. What you need to do, this is the ultimate line, okay? When you're in this situation, guys, take notes. If you want to do well and you with a girlfriend, when you have a moment where your girl's like, "Hey, I'm ugly," or I don't think I look that good," instead of saying, "No, babe, you're fucking beautiful," and fucking pounding that in their head, even though they don't believe it and they don't see themselves that way, what you're supposed to do is
Okay, so
be honest with
shit.
them. Be honest with them and be like, "Babe, I don't know how to communicate it to you, but I want you to know I think you are beautiful, but I can also see and understand that you don't see yourself that way. So what can we do? What can I do to help you feel more confident or understand you better on why you feel the way you feel or why you see yourself the way you see yourself?" When you give her a line like that, it completely changes the whole conversation. So instead of just like saying you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, now you guys are working together, right? You guys are communicating, hey, this is how I see you, but it's not getting it's not getting to you. So what can we do? What can I do to help you feel more confident in yourself? Or what can I do to understand you where you're coming from? Because now that changes up the whole fucking dynamic, right? Because you're not talking from your fucking viewpoint to her. You're now thinking about her by wording it differently. You know, it's the same idea, but you word it differently, and now you guys are working together. So that is good communication. That is a magical phrase that you can say to any girl that has any doubts about themselves. Say something. Just drop that, dude. That's all you do. Just drop that shit. I thank Dr. K for fucking telling me that shit because I had that issue, dude. I didn't know what to say, dude. Cause yeah, dude, you generally do think your girl's fucking pretty, right? You think your girl's fucking beautiful. Of course you're gonna say that shit. But that doesn't mean that you automatically convince your girlfriend that she's beautiful. She's still gonna think that she's not beautiful, right? So you just have to go around it. You have to say it differently. Um, sometimes it's not sometimes it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to work on that, dude. I'm trying to work on that shit. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. That's what really matters. I'm not the best at expressing myself. I'm gonna be honest. I get like I have good intentions, but I'm not the best at expressing it. Like there's things that I could have said or worded differently to to people at certain times, and that is a skill I still need to actively work on for myself. Um, I'm still learning every single day. Oh my god, Hayanzo is fucking dead, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I'm thinking.
Alright, let me read chat. You guys are typing so much. Sorry. Holy fuck! Where am I at? What the fuck? You guys type so much! I'm the opposite. I distract myself with anything and everything around me. I feel like I should be working on isolating myself from distractions and getting laser focus. Then, when the foundations of my healthy habits are formed, incorporate my distractions, but with healthy boundaries. Lev, try it, see if it works. Sometimes going with your gut instinct is the best thing to do. But after some time, and you feel like it's not working, try to add on to it or change something and see if it makes it better. It's a learning process. We don't know like how to do. There's not one way of doing things. You got to see what works for you, and hopefully, you're open-minded enough to try different things. I don't expect anything in return. I do it out of my heart. Good. That's a good way to view things. I remember when you got upsetty at me and took my VIP away. Tech W. No, Lev, it wasn't a personal thing. I actually was cleaning out my list. So
Damn, and you were on
personal to
it.
you, no, what might seem like it was personal to you, you weren't the only one who lost a VIP. There's mods. There's people who had mods the green sword and they lost it on that same thing because I'm just cleaning out my list. So don't take it personally. My ex used to keep count. Peppo G. Nah, it's not Gucci. I'm barely around anyways, but she is still a good friend though. Appreciate it. My favorite streamer randomly one day took away my VIP and it broke my poor little heart. I mean, I know it's a fancy badge, but at the end of the day, does it really matter? Does it really matter to have a purple diamond or pink diamond, whatever color it is? Pink diamond. I had a girl who took away my mod status because I got a second job and wasn't able to show up to every stream. I had to miss like 2 streams a week. She didn't even say anything. She got raided by a bunch of racist bots. And I tried to ban him, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not mod. Oof.
That's her
I
fault.
hear you, but it doesn't go through. I was like a 13th month sub streak and #1 bits donator. I was there with her since she had 5 followers. I would sit and listen to her vent to me for hours about how awful her life is. I even offered her to stay with me for free when she was getting evicted. See, here's the thing though. This is where the dynamics of a streamer and viewer gets very blurry. I think I've learned from personal experience, I've learned that it's really good to have boundaries as a streamer now.
Parasocial relationships.
Parasocial relationships, dude, like it depends, right? Every situation is different, but I think viewers get lost in this thinking that their fucking favorite streamer owes them something just because they show up or because you talk to them often, and or vice versa too. Streamers sometimes expect something out of the viewers, but in every case it's different, right? Unless you guys meet up in person, then it changes. But that's where like when I hear something like this, I'm iffy on it because it's like unless you don't know them personally or they're not like an actual good friend of yours, it's like this weird dynamic that I don't know. I just think boundaries is really good, and connections and relationships shouldn't like be like that because that's pretty toxic, right? I don't know. Yo, Nat, what's up? Nice hair color, thank you. How are you doing, Nat? If they blew up, I could understand the need for more active mods, but the solution is to add more, not get rid of an OG. Working towards how you can approach their problems and build that confidence with them. Hyunzo faded, dude. He's fucking out
He's
of it.
done. He
Hyunzo
fucking
via
clocked out a while
Holy
ago.
She got sponsored during TwitchCon and she was handed partner. I guess after that I was too insignificant for her. I love this girl like a sister. Yeah, this is a parasocial thing right here though. Just because you're
pretty
really
good.
like you
Not too
fucking
bad.
tune
First
into the
day.
stream every
We'll come
fucking
back.
day, you talk to them, you're a regular, does not mean that you're automatically their friend. And some people get that mixed up. They think like they fucking. Here's the thing too. This is where they like it could go both ways. People start thinking they owe them something. Like, hey
Nope.
man, I fucking subbed to you for fucking 1 year and this many months. I've been in so many of your streams. Why the fuck won't you notice me? Why are you ignoring me or some shit like that?
Alright, Shimmy,
This
I
is
gotta
where
go, big dog.
This is where boundaries comes into play, dude. Because like now
Damn.
it's an awkward, weird dynamic where the streamer feels like they're expected to do something, you know? And it can be vice versa, where like sometimes the streamer expects something out of the viewer. They're like, "What the fuck?" I'm
Yep.
not gonna lie, dude. I had to learn the hard way too. Like I had my whole fair share of this like weird dynamics too, and it sometimes it's like hard to figure out, you know. But I guess like boundaries, having healthy boundaries, and like knowing when to keep distance, and like is important. The only thing to expect with expectations is disaster disappointment. Yeah, expectations. Setting expectations.
All right,
Sucks,
Shib.
dude.
I'll see you, man. I'm gonna head out.
Oh, okay. Thanks for
Oh
talking to me,
man,
man.
no man, I'm here, baby. I actually really enjoyed listening to you talk, Big Doug.
Yeah, we had a deep talk today, bro.
Hell yeah, I was really in it. I catch you tomorrow, all right, man.
Yeah, man. Take
All right,
care.
man. Have a good stream.
Thank
Later.
you.
All right, man. Shib, man, he could go on for a while, but for us, this is. I mean, we imported him into the scene. He's doing all right. It's a good start. Get a good shot from right there. Watch him go by. Hey, Roshi, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. I'm actually legitimately just about to stop streaming. But hey, this is what I do. This is the immortal Red Fox. Oh, I am currently doing some 3D animated work for him, so it's pretty fun. But I usually stream somewhere between 9:30 to 10:30. But check me out later, I swear. But go check out Hayanzo. Hayanzo's pretty much fallen asleep. Shibi's on a rampage. He's on a good one. But I appreciate it. Actually, you know what? Let me actually do this. Hey, look. Our animation is done. Boy, thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, we're gonna save that for later. Let's go ahead and join Mr. Shib's stream. Let me just actually pull up my stuff. But thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Everyone, have a good evening. Thank you. Please stay for the raid. I appreciate it. Shib's a really cool guy. Thanks, Roshi, once again. See you all a little later. Later, guys.